Good morning, everybody. It's Todd with Todd's Pod. As you can tell, I'm not in my studio today. I had some things going on this week. My wife had a surgery done to her neck, so we've been pretty occupied with that, and everything went well. So she's back at home now. So I am not in the studio. I kind of have this green screen thing set up a little bit, but I'll learn how to handle those things a little better in the future. A couple things I wanted to talk about today. I'm still stuck on the whole my brain is not my friend thing because I wanted to share something that happened this week. So she went in the hospital and I got her in there and everything. And then I decided to go to the house and change clothes, get a little more comfortable because the surgery area was freezing cold. The other area wasn't. So I had to go home and change my attire. And about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, I'm headed back to the hospital. And this addict brain of mine tells me, I try to call, she doesn't answer. And so I'm thinking, oh my God, something tragic has happened. And I'm going to get there, and the doctors are going to be like, well, we don't know what happened. And I'm going to be standing there and be like, where were you? And I'll feel all guilty because I wasn't there and everything. Well, that's this brain thing telling me all these negative thoughts to make me feel negative about things, to make me, do things that I wouldn't normally do. Now, in the past, in my addiction, when that happened and those thoughts came, I'm going straight to the corner. Probably not going to go to the hospital because I don't want to face that terrible tragedy, right? But the fact is, nothing happened. And I have to catch myself at those times. Those are like the triggers that cause us to make the mistakes in our recovery that we don't really realize what they are, especially early in recovery. But as we progress, we start noticing. And so I literally had this dread in my stomach, that feeling you get that, hey, something bad has happened when really nothing has happened at all. So then, I told my brain, hey, quiet down. Not true. I proceeded to the hospital. I got there. Everything was fine. She, I guess, they were doing something to her when I called, so she didn't get to answer. And the funny thing was, later in the day, I went home to grab me a bite to eat for dinner, and exact same thing when I'm headed back to the hospital. What if, what if, what if? Well, that's this addict brain, and it's pretty smart. It knows us very well, and it knows exactly what to tell us, exactly what to do to make us make those mistakes. Because I guarantee you, in the past, in my addiction, when things like that had happened, I wouldn't have went to the hospital. And who knows when I might have showed back up again because I didn't want to face that terrible dread when actually nothing actually happened. So it's just weird the way that works because this brain is not my friend. It always tells me a lot of negative things like, you're not good enough, you'll never amount to anything. All these things that we have in our brain that we convince ourselves of in our addiction that aren't true. So we have to be very vigilant with our brains and make sure that it doesn't take us down the wrong track because it is so easy to fall down into those negative thoughts. And being positive is not something that comes natural, especially to people in recovery. We have a tendency to be negative, to look at negative, to see the world in a negative negative light. So we have to really work hard to be positive. We have to find the positive in everything. And the positive in that situation was that I overcame it, decided that probably ought to just go to the hospital, which I did. But if you try to find the positive in everything that you do, no matter how bad it might be, there is positive in there somewhere. You just have to find it. So if you try to have that attitude of being positive, it will make your days go better. It will make this thing shut down a little quicker because you are not what it tells you that you are. And we have to know that. We have to live that. And we have to practice at it. It's not something that comes natural. So anyway, no podcast today. I also fixing to head out of here in just a little bit. I'm going to get her all situated and everything, and then we're going back up to where we're going to have a recovery place, an opportunity recovery group's new meeting place. So we're doing a lot of stuff today. We're going to be tearing out some walls and working on the floors, and so I'll probably be posting some little blurbs about that, and let y'all see the progress there. I guess y'all saw the post with the signs up. So today we're going to take another step toward getting that place ready to open up. Our goal is to be opened up June 1st. So on June 1st, which is a Sunday, At 2:30, we're going to have an open house. We'll have hot dogs, hamburgers. It'll all be for donations. If you're early in recovery, even if you're not early in recovery, if you don't have the money for a hot dog or hamburger, come by. We're not going to tell you no. We'll feed you as long as we have hamburgers and hot dogs to go. So come join us and welcome the new meeting place in Northeast San Antonio that I hope will be well. I know it'll be successful because we have God on our side. I everything is God given. All of our recoveries, whatever you might choose to call your God, your higher power, whatever you choose to call it, it is. It provides us with everything, and everything that you see about me, about my recovery, about my progress, about my successes, or even my failures, I suppose. Everything is given to me by God. So I give him all the glory. I do thank him for what he does in my life. It's just amazing. And the main thing is I just have to stay sober one day at a time and just make sure that the next step I take is the next right step. Um, Always be honest. That way you never have to think about what you said. So anyway, I think I might be rambling a little bit, which I tend to do that a lot. I tend to ramble, but I'll be posting in a little while some updates on the place up there and show y'all what it looks like and what kind of progress we're making. And I do look forward to y'all interacting and come join us. It's 11622 El Sendero Road, San Antonio, Texas 78233. Y'all have a great day. Bye bye. We'll be back next week at our regular time with a new guest. Thank you.